Tune into the sacred dialogue with the universe, informed by HorseWisdom, guided by Equus, for greater healing, insight, inspiration, harmony, and balance in your life. Hello and welcome. I am Jess with Guided by Equus, and I am here with your HorseWisdom energy forecast for the week of September 23rd, which is also the fall equinox today. Coming out to the horses, I wanted to come into the space of Noche, who returned home last week, and the foals and their mamas, because I felt like this space really held something that was relevant for the message of this week. And I'm kind of far away from them because I'm trying to protect myself from the wind so that I can still do the video and you guys can hear me. So I have them in my background, and as I tuned in and I was kind of walking to an area where I could do the video so that it would be good enough to hear, the word that I got was expire. And as I kept walking and tuning in more deeply to that word, the word expire is to come to an end, like an end of an agreement, the final wrap-up. Not even a wrap-up. More I got was a letting go of a past agreement. And if I just take a deep breath into that, and as soon as I actually tuned into that word expire and kind of the meaning behind that, magic yawned, Noche yawned, and magic and Noche were kind of standing together, which Noche is magic's dad, his sire, and then they kind of both moved off in their separate ways, and then they yawned again. And I thought that was super interesting, and they've all moved further off. And what I felt, which was actually really deeply in the core of me, was that this agreement that has come to an end and that we're letting go of this week is actually what's going to allow us to use our design. So that feeling that I was just speaking about felt very connected to, I guess, the sacral and root chakra more, but really deeply almost embedded in our sacral chakra, so our center of creativity. And whatever this is this week that's coming to an end, and now the horses are way out there, that it's helping us let go of something from the past that might have been holding us back, I guess, for lack of a better word, for lack of better wording, up until now. And now I feel it like tied to our throat chakra, so the voice of our expression, which our throat, our expression and our creativity are very deeply connected, and this year is all about us being able to freely express ourselves and what makes us unique and what makes us us. And so that word expire and the letting go process is attached, not really attached, but part of that I feel for this week. Has been inhibiting us, is the word I just got, to understand why we can't just take that leap of faith or jump forward with the next thing in our lives, even if we don't necessarily know what it is, but to just to surrender, to take that leap and see where it brings us. And having to take a really deep breath on that, and I want to yawn right now. So I know those two motions that my body needed to help process and release. There's something within all of that is being brought through. And I know the horses are way back there. But before I turned the video on and kind of stepped into this area, I connected with Noche in a way that I haven't been able to since he arrived back here with me last week. And then he was part of my annual fall equinox horse healing retreat, and what he brought through and shared for everyone during that retreat was amazing. But today I finally got to connect with him, and I guess it was an acknowledgement of sorts, and it's almost bringing tears to my eyes, but not tears of sadness, just those tears of authenticity. Like, things don't need to be how they were in the past in order to continue on. Relationships change and evolve, and with that, almost to surrender to how that wants to help us actually evolve. And often letting go of what we think we need from them or what we want from them can let us really just release what is inhibiting us from stepping into the next big thing in our lives. And not that those relationships weren't supportive, but by letting go of how they need to be and exist. Yeah, that word expire is really coming up again. Like, that agreement has expired for us, so that we can almost create a new, not even a contract, but create a new agreement with how we want to show up for life. Or, like, in the instance of myself and my horses with Guided by Equus, like how to let go of, and the year 2014 keeps coming up, and that was really a turning point year for me with this work. But now, 5 years later, and moving into 2020, which is 2020 is clarity of our vision, maybe it's time to let go of what I thought this was, so I can see and connect with and then co-create with where it wants to go with me. And I'm really just feeling almost like I just want to close my eyes and settle into my heart space, because that feels deeply innate and deeply intuitive, and just really grounded, and not grounded through my feet, but grounded into my heart. And so if you, even just listening to this video, tune into all of it on a level for your own self and what that might mean and what it wants to reveal for you and invite you into. And then just take one more deep breath. And now I'm feeling my feet on the ground. And so it's like it's establishing that ability to let go of what's needing us to expire, to expel that breath so that we can breathe in new life and inspire what is there waiting for us to want to partner with us. And one more deep breath. And now I'm feeling like really the urge to smile too. And I have no idea where the horses are in the background, but maybe that's, oh, they're there. But maybe that's part of the message for me, is that they already know how to do this, and they've been teaching me all along. And now maybe for me it's really about stepping into deepening my role into the greater whole of this, because it's not really about me and it's not really about them. It's about how we partner as empowered beings coming together to share messages to help inspire others. And that actually feels, now I can feel that shift into my solar plexus in a way that feels really solid and stable and centered. So I would love to hear your feedback as to what this maybe feels like for you, or what is inspiring you this week, and also what you might be letting go of. And even if it's not conscious, just to tune into your body and your heart and your gut, and just allow the freedom of it to reveal itself, so that it can allow you to free yourself in your life to connect to that inspiration. So much love for myself and my horses right there. And I look forward to tuning in next week as we let go of September and move into October.